Hello, this is Julia C. Welcome to 408 Home and Home. Today, real estate markets are really hot. Very often, one home put on in the market for like few days, you can receive like 10 or even more offers. And because the COVID-19, when you're trying to tour the home, you need to make an appointment. And with so many people waiting in line to see the home, very often you only got like half hour or maximum 1 hour to see the home. Within that half hour or 1 hour, you have to make up your decision to see if you want to buy this home. And good thing is in today's market, seller usually have their inspection done, like the termite inspection, home inspection, and roof inspection. And they also order the title report, and they also have their NHD report and all the disclosure they have assigned. And so you have all the information. So you basically relying on that half hour showing the home plus seller disclosure to make an offer. Okay, but with so many people fighting with you to get this home, many of buyer make the decision to make a non-contingency offer. What is a non-contingency offer? A non-contingency offer is when the seller accept your offer, you cannot back out. If you back out, you might lose your deposit. And the deposit is usually 3% or even more because the competition. So it's really the case that you cannot back out once you make a non-contingency offer. Well, in this video, we're going to share with you a few situations that it's possible that you can back out without losing your deposit, even you make a non-contingency offer. Okay, before we start, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so, and I really appreciate your support. Okay, let's first beginning to understand the purchase contract. What kind of contingency in the purchase contract? So let's go to the contract. Okay, this is a California residential purchase agreement. So in this contract, we're going to briefly go over a few things that's very important. First, it's an initial deposit. When you make an offer, you put like a 3% or more here, 3% or more a deposit. Now, the default, the contract give you like 3 business days to put the deposit. It's a 3 business day to put the deposit into the escrow. So some clever buyer agent or buyer decided to say, hey, we have 3 business days to design. If I don't put the deposit, I can back out. Within the 3 business days, there's no deposit. They cannot take my deposit because there's no deposit. Okay, we asked the California Association of Realtor, the hotline, legal hotline, and they say, no, you cannot do that. You, as a still a binding contract, the seller still can go after you for that deposit. Okay, so this day, to avoid the possible confusing, so many of the listing agent put like asking for 1 business day. So that means shorter, you don't have 3 business days, you have 1 business day, or on the same day they're accepting your offer, you have to put the deposit in right away. Okay, then another problem is another buyer, clever buyer agent or buyer say, no problem. I give them a personal check for 1 business day. I can deposit, but then I can stop the ban and then they cannot, cash my deposit. That's bad. So now the listing agent say, no personal check, cashier check, or electronic fund transfer. So with some of this clever buyer agent create more problem Down the road, now a lot of buyers have to go to the bank, get a cashier check, or go to the bank to do electronic fund transfer the money within 1 day to the escrow. So it's getting more work for the buyer. It's not a good idea to play game here. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, appraisal contingency is the second thing. Appraisal contingency in today's market, the buyer, most of the buyer have to take no appraisal contingency. You have to waive this contingency because many people bid on the house. Usually the price is way higher than the listing price. So the seller is not going to change the price if the appraisal come up short. Okay, so what can you do? Now let's, for example, if you offer like 1 million and then the appraisal come back like 970,000, so it's like 30,000 short. So you have to come up extra 30,000 on top of the down payment because the lender is based on 970,000. They're not based on 1 million. Okay, so lender is based on the appraised value. So the extra 30,000 you have to come up. Now, what if you don't have that extra 30,000? So that means when you write an offer, you have to thinking or consider like how much more you can come up with. So people can put a cap on the appraisal. You say, okay, if it's a 10,000 more, I mean, if you're only short like 10,000, okay, I'm willing to pay 10,000. But it's over that, I cannot do it. So you put a cap. Of course, that's a contingency. If there's other buyer that has no this cap option, then they would pick the other buyer if everything the same condition. Okay. So, but for some people, for some buyer, if you have a limited cash and that's the only way you can do it, then that's no choice, right? So that's a appraisal contingency. Okay, let's talk about the loan contingency. Okay, loan contingency. Loan contingency. Many buyer now they have to go to the bank, to the lender to get the loan commitment. The loan commitment is not the same as just a loan qualification. Okay, the loan commitment, the lender get all your information, get your credit report, or everything, enter in the system. They get the underwriting approval, maybe called automatic underwriting approval. At least they know based on your information and assuming the property okay, and then they guarantee will give you the loan. That's the loan contingency. Now, another one is the property inspection contingency, which is under here 14. So default, you have 17 days to do your investigation of the property, look at all the report and all the disclosure, or check in on the school, check in on the insurance, insurability of the home. But nowadays, you don't get 17 days, right? Most buyer has to go with 0 days. That means there's no. So when you submit an offer with this check mark, remove all the contingency with the offer. If you have this check, that means your offer is a non-contingency offer. So you have no appraisal contingency, no loan contingency, no property inspection contingency, and you agree to put within 1 day you put the cashier check or wire the money to escrow. So no contingency. So can you back out if you decided to? Yes or no? Okay, so yes, possible. Okay. So for one thing is in the TDS, the transfer disclosure, sometimes the seller or if the listing agent is not carefully looking at it, if they're missing, they did not complete the form, missing a few question check or or signature, then it's kind of like as soon as they sign the paper on the day, so you have a time to review the new disclosure for this TDS. That means as soon as they have give you the new form, a new complete the form, then you still have a chance to back out because it's a new form, right? And also under the property inspection, sometimes the seller give you all the information, you reviewed it, looks okay. Um, but in this case, for example, we have one of my colleagues has this buyer. Um, they like the home, they make a non-contingency offer, and they wanted to remodel the kitchen and then the bathroom after they bought it. The seller did the um, conversion of the garage, convert the garage into the living room. And the seller did have that initial permit pull to do the conversion. So, but the problem is the seller did not get the final stamp on the completion of the conversion. If you're going to pull the permit for remodel the kitchen and the bathroom, the city or the county will require you to finish that conversion permit as well. But buyer has no budget to do the permit for the finalize the conversion for the garage. So he only have the budget for the kitchen and then the bathroom. So this is a new thing that buyer find out. So buyer say, oh, I cannot buy this home because I don't want the budget. I don't have a budget to finish that conversion permit. So they talk to the seller, and seller's okay to let them go, even there's no contingency, non-contingency offer. Okay, now, of course, the seller got this new material. He has to disclose to in his form, TDS. Let's say that they pulled the permit, but they haven't finished that finalized the conversion on the garage. So they have a new disclosure information for the next buyer, but this buyer back out. Okay. Now, of course, in today's market, you can always talk to the buyer, to the seller, say, hey, for some reason you don't want the house. Seller may be happy to let you go because he can turn around and sell it to another buyer even with a higher price. Every day is a new record for price. So it's all negotiable. I hope this video can help you understand about the contingency in the contract and also a special situation that you may be back out without losing the deposit. It's very important to have a real estate lawyer on your side when this kind of situation happen. Okay, so I hope the video helpful. Please forward it to your friend, and then we'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.